Fast and Furious 8,
Yeah,
9?
9. And Michelle Rodriguez has said, going to space,
Go
baby!
to space! I can't wait to see Vin Diesel gear shifting in space.
Yeah, finally it'll make sense that they're going at supersonic speeds. I'm like, oh yeah, you're going into space. That makes sense.
He better have the sleeves cut off of his spacesuit. He better. If he doesn't, I'm not watching it.
Not cut off, ripped off.
Ripped off by
Yeah,
him.
By
himself.
him. Yeah, he's like...
No, Fitz.
And then the Rock's in and he just flexes and it all breaks off. And Vin's like, no fair. Cut that out of the movie.
And I love how Vin Diesel's definitely going to drink a few Coronas while he's up there.
He's
going to
have one floating around. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 56 of the Straight to Series podcast. My name is Connor.
And I'm Ian.
And we're back.
We're back, baby.
You're not going to know we were gone because we have episodes in lieu that haven't gone.
Yeah.
But we were gone.
We were gone for a while.
And just before we get started, we should probably address, we made some big promises in the last episode.
Yeah, I've made some empty promises, I might say.
The Kaufman Chronicles.
Kaufman.
Charlie
Kaufman.
Charlie Kaufman Chronicles.
Yeah, we were going to watch all 8 of his movies.
Yeah.
We both watched 7 of them.
7 of them, yeah.
So we might get to it.
We might eventually get to
Some
it.
of them are deep.
Some of them
are taxing on the old noggin.
Yeah, and some of them are taxing on the eyes. One of them.
And I don't have much going on in my noggin, so jeez, it was very taxing.
Yeah.
It was I was sweating watching it.
Me too. We had listen.
My intellect was put to the test, and it failed that test.
Yeah, me too. Life happened. Mm-hmm. Things got in the way. At some stage, the Kaufman Chronicles will be coming to Straight to Series.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
for this week, because it's been so long since we've done this,
there's news piling
there's
up.
so much news.
Things need to be addressed
during COVID. The virus that must
shall
not be named.
Yeah.
A lot of news has piled up, which is really weird.
Yeah, because there's been no news for ages.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we got some intriguing stuff to talk about.
We really do. But first, a throwback segment. Since we've been gone for so long,
the old formula.
We're going to do the classic Straight to Series segment, Box Office.
Box Office Corner, baby.
Box Office Corner.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about except for the fact that Tenet is out a few weeks now, worldwide.
I'm going to go. Ian's going to take over.
Yeah,
he's going to get it out. I'll be back.
Be quiet
guys.
and pretty there for a
Will
minute.
you give me a call when you're finished?
Yeah, I said pretty.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I said pretty.
Okay.
Try harder.
I appreciate it. I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, so obviously Tenet came out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a tidal wave of money, to say the least.
No.
And this is a sad, sad day.
Yeah.
For cinema.
For Christopher Nolan specifically.
For movie fans around the world. Because Tenet had so much going for it. It had so much speed and momentum. The marketing was on point. Everyone was like, we're getting a Christopher Nolan movie this year, baby.
Rubbing the knees.
I was fixing my belt. I was searching for coins that were not in my pocket. You know what I mean? And I was so hyped for this movie, and so were you. So was so many people.
Yeah.
Turns out, people are still afraid.
People.
And also, cinemas are down. First of all, not every cinema is open.
Yeah.
And then your capacity is also reduced all the way to like 40%.
30, 40% in some cases.
We went to see this movie, and it was sold out. I'm doing quotation marks for anyone who's just listening.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. There was around 3 seats between every faction of people, every group of people. There's around 3 seats, but also every row. There was a free row.
Yeah, it was mad. It was
social distancing.
It was so easy to see who was getting hand jobs.
Oh,
so easy.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, by the way.
Soft hands.
Yeah, it felt weird to see a Christopher Nolan movie that was hyped so much.
Yeah.
And then feel like no one showed up to watch it.
Yeah, it was weird. Oh yeah, you got it there.
It was strange. And then when you look at the numbers, it's just so sad to see.
It is sad.
So it just passed 250 million worldwide. Now this has been out. Now, it's weird. It's hard to gauge like how long it's been out because it came out in this territory at this date, in this territory at this date. You know, obviously Warner Brothers has been adjusting to each country and like whoever's over the virus that shall not be named more.
Yeah.
So I say Germany got it first. Like those guys are always on point. Seriously,
Yeah.
they're like fine.
Yeah,
You know?
what is this virus you keep talking about?
It's like a green zone.
We're fine. We're back in our BDSM clubs, no problem. Yeah.
So yeah, it came out, and obviously it hasn't been seen by many people, and it kind of proves the point that nothing should be released right now.
Also, word of mouth about this movie.
I hate saying that.
I know, it's
Go on.
terrible. But also, word of mouth about this movie hasn't been, oh, go see it. It's amazing.
A lot of it has been, huh?
A lot, yeah.
I didn't get it.
It's kind of been, I didn't get it. It was okay. It's
Yeah.
not the best Christopher Nolan movie.
Now, some people have come out and said it was a mind fuck, but I loved every minute
Yeah,
of it.
there has,
But
yeah.
it seems like that's every second person. Where
Yeah.
usually it's like every I say 4 out of 5 people are like, Inception just blew my mind. It
Yeah.
was amazing. Maybe I didn't get all of it, but it was amazing.
Yeah.
I want to watch it again. Tenet, yeah, definitely has been a bit more of a relaxed critical reaction,
Yeah.
I'd say. I think it's on 70-something% now on Rotten Tomatoes, which for a Christopher Nolan movie is quite low.
Quite low.
But I just hate the fact that this proves that, because Tenet had so much momentum.
Yeah.
Even if it didn't land perfectly critically, you know, it didn't stick the landing in that way. Still, a lot of people were going to see this movie before the virus that shall not be named hit the
Yeah.
world. So
I was going to see it.
me too. And I think this is huge proof that all the companies, all like the film studios are correct in saying we're going to hold back until 2021.
We're going to hold on to this. You can have some trash that we put out. New Mutants.
Yeah, New Mutants came out, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Tenet completely soured us on the film experience almost, where we were like, I don't really want to see New Mutants in the cinema.
Not
You
that
know?
I really
Not
wanted
that I
to
really
see it
wanted
anyway.
to see it anyway, but like, yeah. I think our opinions change on every single podcast about how we feel about New Mutants, but
I never care enough, though.
no, me neither. And then Bill and Ted came out as well. Still have not watched that.
Bill and Ted came out. It came out in cinemas over here.
Yeah.
In America, it was mostly... It came out in cinemas that were open.
Yeah.
But mostly came... I think like PVOD, as they're calling it, Premium
Yeah.
Video on Demand, is where it really landed.
And again, I can't imagine either of those two movies came even close to Tenet's numbers. You know what I mean?
Of course, nah. But still, 250 million. This movie cost 200 million to make.
And
And that's without marketing. And you got to remember, Warner Brothers marketed this so many times because they had to like stop and start, and start. New
and
date.
every time it got pushed back, it was something like what, 200 or something like
Well,
that.
industry experts say now that's
That's
such
us.
a loose.
That's us.
That's such a loose term.
We're industry experts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just read that some industry experts were
Us.
estimating that from 200 to 400,000 Warner Brothers lost each time they had this reset the date,
Yeah.
which is not that much money compared to what I thought it would have been.
Yeah.
Now, again, industry experts doing quotation
Us.
marks again.
Us. If you're writing this article, industry experts straight to series say
yeah.
the box office costs.
So it's hard to really know what that means.
Yeah.
But either way, we know that it costs more money to market a movie
100%.
over and over
Yeah.
and over.
You got to print a lot of flyers. You got to go door to door knocking.
All those radio ads.
All those radio ads, yeah, on the wireless.
All those radio interviews.
Yeah, getting it overseas to the boys fighting on the front and everything.
I
you
know,
know,
man, yeah.
Yeah.
Telegraphs, all that.
Listening to doo-wop, jive, and everything. You know, you got to find a spot in the radio thing
Big time.
where the
Big
announcer
time.
will say, "No movie, Tenet,
Yeah.
coming to theater soon."
And you're buying a Beirut bar and it has like Tenet.
Yeah,
comes out.
Tenet written on the side.
side.
Instead of a joke on the Penguin Bar, it's an advertisement for Tenet.
Which is a joke within itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it ain't coming out on that release date.
Exactly.
So either way, like I seen that IndieWire, I'm actually just reading this off Wikipedia. IndieWire speculated that the marketing could push up to 300 to 350 million.
Yeah.
Then there was the New York Observer estimated that the movie needed to make 450 to 500 million just to break even.
Oof.
Now I can see it maybe passing 300 million,
Mm-hmm.
and you know Warner Brothers are itching to release this on PVOD.
I know.
And you know Christopher Nolan's holding a gun to their head
Yeah.
saying, "You want me around, motherfuckers?
Yeah.
You better not do this." Now I wonder if this destroys his brand. Okay, that was a stupid thing to say.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to destroy his brand, but I think it might damage it.
I agree. I think it will. It might damage it as well.
I think Christopher Nolan thought himself,
Mhm.
you know what? I'm going to save the fucking cinema.
Yeah.
I'm going to save the cinematic experience. And then he didn't.
This is turning into a bit of a Dog Day Afternoon situation. You know, like at the beginning, it kind of seems like everything's under control, and then it's kind of everything started to spiral now, and Christopher Nolan is still trying to keep all the hostages and everything, but
don't fucking move.
He's losing money everywhere. The chopper's not coming. They've got his transgender girlfriend out there and everything.
The hostages are not even listening to him as much anymore. They're not as intimidated.
Yeah, exactly. Because they see they're real people, and then it's
so it's a sad day for cinema because this is huge proof that nothing should be released right now. If Christopher Nolan can't make over 300 million at the box office, imagine Black Widow came out around now. Mm-hmm. It would fail. Like it would probably make the same numbers, maybe a little bit more because it's still Marvel.
Yeah, maybe
it's still the Disney machine. Mm-hmm. But still, it's not going to make big enough money.
No,
I think Disney's seen the writing on the wall with Mulan.
Totally.
Saying, hey, premium access, baby.
Yeah.
Here's a new thing we made up.
How about you pay $500 to us to see Mulan? No, but seriously, like, what is it, €27 or something where we're from?
Yeah, I think it's like $30.
Yeah, $30 or €27 to watch Mulan
on your television screen on the subscription service that you're already paying for.
Unbelievable.
Now, at the same time, I do understand that they spend a lot of money on that.
Yeah.
I still hate that they did that.
What's Mulan at on ratings, by the way?
Last time I checked, it was on 75% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That is very high for what I expected.
Me too, actually. I didn't think it would be that high, and it's getting a lot of flack for, like, for historical reasons. Like, I think they filmed certain things on sacred ground or battlefields, or I don't know what I'm talking about, but I know that there's been social justice warriors out there and they're not happy.
They have a shape-shifting woman in it. They wouldn't put a dragon in it because it was too unrealistic, but they put a shape-shifting woman in it anyway.
Tracks.
Audience score is 51%, Rotten Tomatoes 75%. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah, but I do think that Disney, because they're Disney, made a better choice.
Oh, 100%.
I'd love to know what sort of money they made back on it. And is it anywhere close to Tenet's numbers?
Yeah.
Because $30 is a lot. But if you're stuck in quarantine and you're with a young family, if you have two young kids, your wife, you, and your two young kids, okay, I just made like the perfect family, you know?
The nuclear family. Yeah. Today it would be
the
your
presidential family right there.
Yeah, exactly. Today it would be your wife.
They're all blonde and white, okay? And blue eyes.
Okay, all right. This is getting very Aryan again, very German.
Very
like
Christian these people are.
Yeah.
But no, if you're sitting
now
down,
you're speaking like Yoda.
I know.
Very Christian these people are.
But if you were all sitting down and you're during the pandemic, $30 isn't that much, I guess, to watch a family movie like that.
Yeah, but you don't
Disney pay me.
No, you don't burn through the Disney back catalog quick enough to go, I'm going to spend $30. And no.
I'm trying to make sense of it.
I'm speaking in broad terms.
Me too, when I say everything.
But no family out there is like, oh man, live action Mulan, please. Like, just show them the animated one.
I know. And it'll be better.
Exactly.
It'll be better.
I guarantee
and you're already paying for that. It's paid for.
It's already there. It's got Eddie Murphy as a dragon.
Yeah. And then rewatch it.
Yeah, exactly. Watch it over and over again. It's got a great song. Donny Osmond sings it, like the whitest man playing an Asian person, but whatever. It's crazy.
It's crazy, but it's a sad day for when you see the Tenet.
Yeah.
Just didn't make
our boy
money.
Our homie.
It didn't make money.
Chris, we saw it in 35mm for you.
Yeah, there we go. We did it. We did our part. We played our part.
We did. We gave you our money, Chris. We wanted cinema to come back, and it didn't.
And I didn't even love the movie.
Yeah, I didn't even love the movie either.
Now, I did say on a review that you can check out. You will be able to check it out.
Nice plug.
I did say that I thought that movie would change my life, and I definitely put way too much pressure on it because it's the only movie that came out during the virus that shall not be named and all this pandemic bullshit. Yeah. And also, by the way, our cinemas have just closed again.
Yeah, they have.
They reopened for around 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
New Mutants came out. No one's seen it. Unhinged came out with Russell Crowe. Kind of like the look of it, but it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Jimmy Simpson's in it. We're excited about that.
And Tenet came out, and now it's closed again. So.
It's mad.
Mad indeed.
We should move on because we kind of tangentially touched upon it just there. But MCU news.
Everything's pushed back.
Everything's pushed back.
Officially now.
So, for the first time in 12 years, since Iron Man made that, Tony Stark built that in a cave with a box of scraps.
Built that franchise in a cave.
With a box of scraps in 2008, there will not be a Marvel movie released this year,
which is crazy. And there's only one slice of Marvel we're going to get, or just slice of the MCU we're going to get.
WandaVision. One Dave is Yun. That's how you pronounce it, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah. WandaVision. Yeah. And we got a little 90-second trailer for it.
Yeah, I thought it showed a lot more than I expected.
Yeah, me
because it's
too.
supposed to be coming out at the end of this year.
It is.
So WandaVision hits.
How so you pronounced it wrong?
I know, One Day Vision.
Yeah.
It comes out later this year, supposedly. We don't have a release date yet.
No.
Fucking give us something.
Yeah.
Give us a release date. They literally pushed everything back a year and then said, oh, WandaVision's coming out sometime later this year.
At some stage it's going to be out.
Are you serious? Do you think that Disney are so smart and also so smug that they don't want to take any fire away from The Mandalorian Season 2?
Maybe.
They want everyone fixated on the end of October.
Yeah.
And that's when that comes out. And I wonder when the last episode
of The
Mandalorian airs, because that's probably when WandaVision.
Yeah. So people
I never even made that connection, actually.
So people re-up that subscription, baby.
Because they have nothing else on there.
Exactly.
Like, all they have is their back catalogue, and I think they're leaning way too heavily on that, especially when we see HBO Max, and we'll get into it.
Yeah, plus not
Just announcing everything.
Yeah.
Shows left, right, and centre.
I know. Plus, no one's paying the $5,000 they need to access Mulan on Disney Plus, so they need people to hold on to that subscription. Yeah, it's crazy though that the brief look at WandaVision. Yeah, it looks cool, but we were only discussing this beforehand. Like, for that to be the only thing coming out this year,
that's MCU related.
MCU related. Like, speaking in broad terms again, no one's favorite character is Vision.
No
one's favorite character is Scarlet Witch.
Not at all. And it still looks interesting.
It looks interesting, but it is
like, I'm watching it.
Arguably, of the shows that were coming out, like Loki, beloved character, Winter Soldier and Falcon, two beloved characters.
I would say proven.
Yeah.
And just a sure thing. Both of those shows.
Sure thing.
Loki and the Winter Soldier and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Both sure things.
Sure things. Like, people are going to love them, or definitely tune in for them. WandaVision is the most unique and kind of the most out there one. And
the most acquired taste from the look of the trailer.
Yeah, and this is the only thing they're putting out for the MCU. Like, it's kind of crazy that it's come down to that, you know?
I can't believe that we're there.
Yeah,
like
me too.
That WandaVision is the only thing, and I actually like the look of it.
No, me too.
It's still, when you say it like that, you're like, what?
Yeah.
That's the only slice of the MCU we're getting this year. No film.
Mm-hmm. It's mad. It's like, it's the only thing they're like, well, this was a risk anyway. You know what I mean? So we're just going to put it out now, because
I'm afraid I might not like it.
Yeah, me too.
I like the look of the trailer, and I love when they just do something really out there.
Yeah,
But
totally.
at the same time, I'm like, I hope it's not out there, but not good, because what they're doing in the trailer is so hard to make perfect. You know what I mean? Or to stick the landing on that shit can be so difficult to do.
Say it's an episode's 40 minutes long. Say that. For 40 minutes, what is one going to be 40 minutes in black and white? One going to be 40 minutes in the 70s? You know, like, are they just going to be... Is it a superhero show? Is it a drama? Is it psychological?
I assume it's like all psychological.
Yeah.
But then it looks like we do get a peek into reality as well.
Yeah.
Where, like, something is going on. I don't know if it's going to be like this mad bubble that the army are outside looking in going, what the fuck's going on here? And it's WandaVision creating her own reality or whatever. It kind of looks like we do get to see a slight bit of reality.
Yeah.
The trailer's so vague, though, at the same time. It's more just a collage of batshit crazy stuff, you know that way?
It's a whole lot of crazy stuff.
It's
and classic costumes.
It's a whole lot of crazy and classic costumes.
Yeah. And also, we were talking about this, and it's so strange that, like, Paul Bettany, he was like, well, I'll voice Jarvis. Yeah. And then he's like, oh yeah, I'll be Vision, sure. Kind of like a weird character for such a character actor. Like, Vision is kind of such a...
It's almost, he's a nothing character.
Yeah.
He kind of is. Like, I know you watch Age of Ultron and you go, no, he's everything.
Yeah.
But then after Age of Ultron, he's nothing.
He's kind of nothing. He's basically Wanda's boyfriend. Like, the Scarlet Witch's boyfriend for the rest of it.
He's the guy that wears cardigans.
Yeah. He wears cardigans.
Remember, he used to be like a robot or something, or some intelligence, and now he's just like a normal guy walking around in a sweater.
He's like pretty sweet, and he seems to be super powerful.
He's got a nice accent.
Yeah. He
sounds
like
a bit like Jarvis.
He seems like a nice guy, you know. But
I'd be friends with him.
He seemed
And
pretty
his girl.
cool. Yeah, me too. But and then it's like, he is now starring in the most Paul Bettany show ever, WandaVision. It's like the most perfect Paul Bettany, like, it's just so out there. It's like a beautiful mind. It's like all those other weird things that he's been involved in, and now it's a superhero show. Like things could not have worked out better for him.
And Catherine Hahn's in it, and I love Catherine Hahn.
Catherine Hahn's cool. Yeah.
Catherine Hahn's really good, and I'm oddly extremely attracted to her.
You know who I'm oddly attracted to?
Not that like she's a beautiful woman.
Oh yeah.
But I mean like I'm oddly
very
extremely attracted.
You know who I'm oddly attracted to? And I know she's
Paul Bettany.
Yes, Elizabeth Olsen. Oddly,
yeah,
yeah,
because she's so unconventional.
She's an unconventional beauty, and they definitely did not put her in like the most push-up bra costumes in every single MCU
knees
movie.
are being rubbed, man. My knees are being rubbed.
They're like, we don't sexualize our women. You see Black Widow, zoot zipped
Tactical.
up. It's tactical, zoot zipped up all the way to the top. Scarlet Witch is standing here like this. It's like, it's getting cold out here, guys. Why am I wearing less?
Shut up
than
and
all
wave
of
your
you?
arms.
And then they're like,
magic.
Quick, Black Widow, stand in front of her for a minute. Look, we don't sexualize our women. She's like leaning out and like a tit falls out and everything. It's like, Jesus.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake's ripping it off and everything. It's like, come on, Justin. Not again. Yeah.
So WandaVision, yeah?
WandaVision, I'm super excited.
But let's talk about 2021 and the MCU then.
Yes.
2021.
2021. And quote us on this, journalists. Say what you said.
The most competitive year to ever exist in cinematic history.
Yes. Yeah.
Good luck to any movie making bank, because every movie's coming out next year.
It is. And like,
it's crazy.
It's so crazy. And this is coming from like, we're just building off the MCU. Like, for example, let's just look at the MCU. There is Black Widow, The Eternal, Shang-Chi. What's the other one?
It's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, unrevealed. Spider-Man 3 or whatever it's going to be. Spider-Man Further From Home or whatever it is.
Yeah, Homeless.
Spider-Man Homeless. Spider-Man Coming Home. Spider-Man Home Alone.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. He's using the webs for the paint cans and shit like that.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
And
it's the Sinister Six, but they're just trying to break into the house.
Yes, and it's the Avengers.
It's Avengers Tower.
Avengers Tower.
Yeah,
and it's just him home alone because the Avengers are off on a space mission.
I love that idea.
Quantum mission with Doctor Strange or some shit like that.
Yeah, dude, Marvel, write this down. Write this down. This is good stuff. Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin will be like one of the villains. Can he be Kraven?
No, sorry, you can't.
Kraven.
No, we can't put him.
He's ripped. He's ripped. I get him on that Hollywood steroid diet.
He could be like Electro or something like that. Some nothing character.
I want him to be Kraven.
Okay.
And I want him to be huge.
Okay. I thought you were rooting for Jason Momoa to be Kraven.
I am actually.
Yeah.
They can share.
He can
They're
share.
Like basically the same person.
He's basically Kraven is just Khal Drogo anyway. So
yeah, exactly. So 2021, we might have 4 MCU movies. Like technically, right now, we've got 4 MCU movies
and
slated
and
to come out.
3 TV shows.
At least 3, could be more. We got Loki, we got the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then we have the animated What If series.
Yeah.
Now, we also might get She-Hulk because there was casting news.
There was. Her name is Tatiana Maslany, and she was cast as the Alison Brie type to play She-Hulk in the Disney Plus series.
And I'm so glad that I actually know who she is, because I know a lot of people don't. And that's not me flexing, but she's in Orphan Black. She's the main star of Orphan Black, where she plays like twins or quadruplets. There's so many of her. I think they're all clones or whatever.
You said she plays like 4 twins, and I'm like, that's
sexy.
That's that's what I thought. When you first told me about it, she's like, she plays like 4 twins, and I'm like, she plays 8 people? That's insane.
Yeah, she plays a lot of people.
Yeah,
anyway, clones. But,
spoilers from Black.
No, I think that's like first episode.
Is this?
Like,
no, I've never seen it.
I don't know.
I'm never gonna watch it.
I can't remember. I watched like 3 seasons.
I might watch She-Hulk.
Scorpion's in it. That guy's
the guy
plays Scorpion. So
I'll watch
there's a
that now. I like
MCU.
him.
He's really good in it as well. He's really good.
He's great.
But here, so there'll be 4 MCU movies coming out.
Yeah.
And we're saying at least 3 MCU television series.
Yeah.
Can you say franchise fatigue?
Yeah.
This scares me.
2021 might be the death of the MCU, and it's all because of coronavirus.
And like,
Sorry, I've said it again. All because of the virus that shall not be named. I'm really out of practice. Haven't done this for 4 weeks. Yeah.
Budweiser virus will take.
The Vin Diesel virus. Corona. I was referring to Corona the beer there.
The beer, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure you two are going to take that into account, and we won't be demonetized. Thank you.
I'd rather be sued by Corona, the beer company, than them think I was talking about the virus that shall not be named. Yeah, thank you.
Where were we? So let's look at the state of the MCU. Like, let's see where we left off. Mm-hmm. We had the ending of Phase 3,
which was Spider-Man Far From Home,
but it was Endgame, and then Spider-Man Far From Home was like the epilogue. Would you say?
100%. Yeah.
And that was a big deal, and that worked out so well.
It did.
And it was a nice ending, especially Endgame. Endgame was humongous. It's the biggest movie that ever existed.
It was amazing, and Spider-Man Far From Home was just the right bit of epilogue that you needed. It was a sprinkle on top.
And now we're down Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, and we're down Chris Evans as Captain America, which is a huge deal.
Huge
and
loss.
Obviously, people thought we were down
Tom Holland.
No, Black Widow.
Oh, Black Widow.
Yeah, well, for a while there, Sony and Disney were having a little bit of a hissy fit.
Yeah.
But they divorced for a while. Well, they separated. They separated. Now they're back together.
Whereas Chris Hemsworth is like, I'll play Thor forever. I love that interview where he's like...
What a guy. And like, it's not as if he needs to beg for roles.
No, he doesn't. He's like, he could be in so many Extraction sequels, and he's like, I'm going to be in Thor forever.
He could be in my bed tonight if he wanted.
Yeah, he could. I want to see him play Old Man Thor. Like Thor, like God King Thor, who has like the Odin eye patch, got a big sword, super white beard
I'd
and everything.
subscribe to that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Hell yeah, give me that.
Yeah.
But here, yeah, so that's where the MCU ended with Endgame. Well, it didn't end, but Phase 3 ended like that. I think a lot of people, including myself, was like, I'm not done with the MCU, but I've kind of had my fill. Like, I was like, that was perfect. That was great. Like, I'm like, what's next on the roster? Black Widow? Didn't she die?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it, but I'm not that excited for it.
Yeah.
Eternals? What's that? You know, and then Shang-Chi, I'm like, who's that guy? You know? Now, of course, I could be educated and these could be great movies.
Yeah.
But for right now, from a person who was so engrossed in the MCU, I'm like, I guess I'll take them. I'm not hyped. I'm not like fixated on what's coming next.
And now you've had a year off.
Now I just took a year break. Yeah. And all I'm getting is WandaVision, which is if I don't like WandaVision, I'm gonna feel weird about the MCU. If I don't enjoy that. There's going to be a year where all I got was something bad in the MCU.
All you got was Iron Man 2 or Thor the Dark World. Actually, like Iron Man 2. All you got was Thor the Dark World.
Yeah.
I like Iron Man 2.
All I got was Mickey Rourke talking to a parrot.
To a bird. I want my bird. Yeah. But no Sam Rockwell.
No, Justin Hammer, man. He pops. Get him back in there.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, what's the MCU going to be like then next year? I'm afraid that also that the franchise fatigue thing is just so much coming out.
To be like, okay, look, we took a year off, we get it. But don't worry, the first movie, it's going to be Black Widow.
The girl who already died.
Yeah. Like...
The trailers don't look bad.
Like when we just seen Spider-Man Far From Home, and people are like, the next movie's Black Widow, you're like... Okay, all right. Well, we still have the momentum at least, you know, where we're kind of
exactly.
like,
and I do I loved Black Widow as a part of the team.
Yeah.
But kind of like Hawkeye, I'm unsure of them on their own. You know that way? Like Hawkeye, even though I know Hawkeye's got his moments, and I enjoy those moments.
Me too.
And I know he has his TV series coming up.
Which again is the perfect place for him. Arguably the perfect place for Black Widow too, is in a TV series. But anyway, like for her movie to be next, it was kind of like, well, I mean, that's fine, I guess, you know?
Sure.
It's like, okay, we can watch that. And now...
Because we have to say that it doesn't seem like... Now, I could be so wrong because it does look like, what's her name, Florence Pugh could be pivotal to the rest, like to Marvel's MCU future. Future MCU movies. Yeah. She could be pivotal in those movies.
Yeah.
But from right now, I'm like, is that a nothing movie though?
Yeah.
Because it's a prequel.
Totally.
And we know Black Widow's fate.
Yeah.
So in my head, I kind of go, oh, that's just like a little pit stop, but that kind of means nothing.
Yeah. It's weird.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, surely that's not going to build to the big baddie for the next big Avengers movie.
No. Also, unless you find out that Florence Pugh and Black Widow swap faces, and it turns out that that's why she's wearing Florence Pugh's outfit in the original one. In Infinity War.
Basically face off, right?
Yeah, and then it turns out that actually Black Widow Scarlett Johansson is alive and walking around with Florence Pugh's face on. Boom.
Jesus Christ. You're welcome, Disney.
I swear to God, if that is the plot of that movie, someone has to come back to this Straight to Series podcast. I predicted it. The end of Black Widow.
I'm gonna predict that's not. That
I guarantee you.
You can guarantee.
I guarantee you that's gonna be it.
You sound like my dad when it comes to politics. He's like, "No, I'm telling you, that's how it is. That's how it is. I know."
Yeah, we can't get into politics on this.
No, I'm not gonna get into politics. I'm just saying my dad has this. He has this vague notion that he just. I know.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah.
But what about this? That.
That's what I said to women.
But I know.
That's what I say to women about orgasms. I know. Don't you trying to trick me thinking that they exist or not? Yeah.
G-spot is a myth.
I'm going to sleep.
Google Maps and nothing came up.
Shh. Too tired. Go to sleep. Too tired.
Too tired from satisfying.
Too tired from satisfying you. Do you have a great time? Oops, I don't care. I'm asleep. Yeah. So, basically, that movie's gonna end like Face Off. I've called it here. But yeah, like
the MCU though, man.
It could be the end of it, and then like all the other franchises that have been pushed back now, like Fast and Furious,
Jurassic World. These are billion-dollar franchises.
When's the Snyder Cut coming out as well?
That's coming out next year, but of course that's HBO Max.
HBO Max, yeah, but still, like
it's taking up eyeballs.
Exactly. Like DC. Oh, the Batman.
The Batman's coming out. Yeah. The Suicide Squad, and we can get into that later as well.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman's coming out. Yeah. So that's 3 big DC movies and the Snyder Cut. Exactly. I know that's HBO Max, but still.
When DC, I would argue, has never had more momentum.
Yeah, I think they're really riding that wave of the Snyder Cut, I think.
Yeah.
Like
and
they've got that good faith buzz again.
And
even though the Ray Fisher stuff is still in the background.
I know, in the background, slowly sizzling away like bacon. Just sizzling, getting crispier and crispier.
You're like, don't smell that bacon.
Until you're ready to just chew down it. I think I drank too much Monster before this. But yeah, it's just sizzling away in the background. And then like
Sony has their stuff coming out. Like we're just going to talk about superhero movies.
Yeah, totally.
Sony have their what did they have? Venom 2.
Venom 2.
Which actually has a bit of momentum again, I feel like.
Yeah.
See, Venom 1 made a lot of money. So I think people are like, I'll show up if it looks decent.
Also, it's on Netflix in Ireland now, and probably every other Netflix in the world. How many fucking people have watched Venom? And how many stoners are like, Venom is a fucking great movie.
Yeah.
I watch it all the time. It's totally, one of those movies that we talk about now from the early 2000s that isn't great.
Like Blade 2.
Blade 2, exactly. But you watched it in the early 2000s, you're like, this is the coolest movie ever. And now even like, dude,
X-Men 3.
X-Men 3. Yeah. It's like, dude, have you ever seen Blade 2?
Have you seen Wolverine Origins?
All right, you're getting off what I'm talking about here. But Venom is the equivalent of in 20 years' time, some guy's going to be, bro, have you seen Venom? It is awesome. Yeah. It is such a movie from that time. It's great. And you watch it and you're like, that was awful.
That was so bad.
That was awful.
I just watched pure trash.
Eddie.
So Venom 2.
Yeah.
And we have Morbius. The living vampire.
Oh, wow. You remember his little...
Yeah. With Jared Leto.
Yeah.
So I guess Sony are trying to like do these little sneaky threads to like the MCU with that as well. They're like, oh, look, Michael Keaton.
Vulture! Just throwing shit at the wall until hoping someone sticks. Vulture!
Michael Keaton's in this one.
Yeah. Spider-Man video game in it. Just throwing it until someone like, oh, that's really cool. Yeah. They're like, okay, follow that thread. Yeah.
So we got a lot of superhero movies coming out, as well as you were saying, like Fast and Furious 8, 9.
9. And Michelle Rodriguez has said, going to space,
Go
baby!
To space! I can't wait to see Vin Diesel gear shifting in space.
Yeah, finally it'll make sense that they're going at supersonic speeds. I'm like, oh yeah, you're going into space. That makes sense.
He better have the sleeves cut off of his spacesuit. He better. If he doesn't, I'm not watching it.
Not cut off. Ripped off.
Ripped off by him.
By
himself.
Him. Yeah, he's like...
No, fits.
And then the Rock's in and he just flexes and it all breaks off. And Vin's like, no fair. Cut that out of the movie.
And I love how Vin Diesel's definitely going to drink a few Coronas while he's up there
he's
as well.
He's going to have one floating around and he's going to go... like that. You know,
What's gonna take him to space?
I don't know.
Michelle Rodriguez is Letty is like stranded on the moon or some shit like that.
All I know is when I see Vin Diesel in space, all I'm gonna think about is the episode Homer went to space in The Simpsons.
Yeah,
because that's what he looks like basically.
And there's other huge movies that I'm not even thinking of. I just know I can think of Jurassic World and I can think of Fast and Furious 9. They were the huge ones, and obviously all the DC movies now.
Of course. And it, like I said,
Wonder Woman's a big deal as well. Like,
it is.
That could be $1 billion movie.
And you know, if we're talking about female superheroes and everything, like Wonder Woman has way more traction than Black Widow. I would say way more traction.
I'd say so too.
100%.
Like the first one made 800 million.
Yeah.
The first Wonder Woman, like.
Yeah, and that movie is good. It's fine.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I do feel like the buzz of all these movies are draining.
Yeah,
because they've been like advertised. You know, we
delay.
Like, I'm actually over Wonder Woman now.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I'm not excited about it.
I'm not excited. I remember the first trailer coming out, or the first proper one with the music and all. I was like, Pedro Pascal. You get to see a little glimpse of him. You get to see sexy Kristen Wiig walking up those steps. I'm like, I'm into this.
You know what?
Chris Pine looking glorious with a fanny pack,
looking like a fucking dime piece, baby.
Give me some of that, baby. Now I'm like, I've seen all the trailers.
Yeah, badass Gal Gadot still killing it as Wonder Woman.
Oh, her legs in that scene.
Legs 11.
Patty
baby.
Jenkins knows how to make her superhero sexy and fierce at the same time.
Make it look like a goddess.
Yeah,
just a goddess.
But I like how she kind of recognizes that, like, hey, she can be badass and extremely sexual and hot. Like,
and
she's,
like own her femininity.
Yeah, at the same time, you're like, she can throw down.
Yeah.
And I'm not doubting that for a second.
She has her legs on display, number one, because it looks good. Number two, you got to do those high kicks. Got to kick people in the face, you know? Can't be restricted, you know? She's a fighter. What was I going to say there? Yeah, all these movies being delayed is like when you take too long to come, you know? You were really enjoying it at the start. Everyone was into it. Then all of a sudden your partners come and they're like, "Hey, listen, like, are you close?" And you're like,
Any day now?
Yeah, I'm close. I'm so close. And then like they're kind of enjoying it still, but they're like they really want you to now because they're like, okay, like
it's starting to hurt.
Yeah, and
it's actually starting to hurt.
And then
it's a bit uncomfortable now.
And then they're like trying to talk dirty to you by being like, "Oh, so many movies are gonna come out next year," and you're like, "Yeah, I know. Don't just for a second.
Yeah.
Let me think about it. Let me think."
You know, it's like when you miss the bus. You know, another one's not for a good while. It's not for a good while.
Let's go back to my cum analogy. Okay, so
you're fucking.
Yeah.
If you missed that bus the first time, you're almost there. It almost came out.
Yeah, and you held back for her enjoyment.
And then you missed that bus.
Yeah.
You look up at the screen. It's never 2 minutes away.
No, it's an hour away at least. And you're like, okay. And listen,
it's 2021 away.
And then she's like, "Listen, if you're not gonna do it, can you stop?" And you're like, "Oh, come on, I was nearly there, and now I've lost it again."
Yeah, now you said that, so I know you want me to stop.
Yeah.
So I can't ever get there.
I can't ever do it again.
Can I just go to the bathroom for 20 minutes?
And then you roll over, feel unfulfilled. 15 minutes later, go, "I'm going to the bathroom," jerk off furiously, and then go back into bed.
And that's what 2020's been like.
That's what 2020 will be like. I can't wait for that to be a clip on our Instagram.
No one liked that one.
Can't wait for that to be a clip and for my mum to go, "Hey, look, this is Connor's podcast."
Yeah.
And then
I've never actually listened to it before.
I'm here, and I'm like, "Yeah." So when you're trying to come, anyway.
So,
what else are we talking about here? I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I think I drank too much Monster before
you
this
did
podcast.
mention it, and you didn't even need to mention it.
I felt the need to mention it. I think I'm on cloud 9 right now.
But here, I think overall we're trying to say that 2021 is clogged.
It's a clusterfuck.
It's a clusterfuck,
y'all.
And then MCU are like, we're releasing everything.
I don't think MCU has had less momentum before. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally. Well, like, we have a year off.
No, but but even
takes a lot of steam. And it's the end game. You have to think, like, it ended on such a high...
End game. End. Over.
Yeah, and then Spider-Man just snuck in there and we're like, oh, okay,
that was
I'll
nice.
take that.
I really enjoyed that.
We'll give you $1 billion, actually, for that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that kind of... My thirst was quenched.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Even though, like, of course, you put another beer in front of me, I'm going to drink it.
Yeah, of course.
But it was quenched. It was quenched. Like, I was not thirsty anymore.
I have another analogy. You know, you're like, "Will we get another one?" Sure. And you're trying to get the waitress's attention, and all of a sudden it's taking too long, and you're like, "You know, I don't really want another one. Well, can we just go?" You know, and then you're kind of getting ready to leave, and she's kind of looking at, "Oh, I'll be with you in a minute." And you're like, I don't really want another one. I'll rather just go.
Yeah.
You know, that's where we are at with the MCU.
I think so.
You know?
Now, I really hope that WandaVision just skull fucks me in the best
that'd
way.
be great.
And I'm like, this was fantastic. I can't wait for Black Widow. I still don't see myself saying that ever.
And the Emmy goes to WandaVision, you know? That's what I want.
Goes to Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany.
For playing Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany as Vision. That would be so fucking weird if it was like...
And you know, everyone would be like, what about Wanda?
What about Wanda? Yeah.
What about Wanda?
I mean, sure. And the Emmy goes to Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda or whatever. You know, Elizabeth Olsen boobs as Wanda.
Okay.
Because
she's got good boobs, yeah? The rack, man. I was like, where are you going with that? Because, wait, let me explain why her boobs gets the Emmy. I can back that up.
No, let's move on. I don't want to explain myself.
Yeah. So... MCU.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird. Ever since...
Good luck to any movie in 2021.
Yeah, the last thing I wanted to say is that ever since Robert Downey Jr. said, I am Iron Man, and Iron Man kicked in on the end credits of Iron Man, the MCU has never had a lower point. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Never.
It's just been on the up and up.
Up and up.
And then Endgame happened.
Yeah.
That was the crescendo. What happened? What must go up?
We're on the way down. We're on the way down. You know, like Chris Evans is in Knives Out. People remember him from that now. You know?
I know, it's mad. It's mad. Now, of course, like he's still Captain America.
Dude, I see him. We saw Captain America's dick a while ago. You know?
We sure did. Thanks for that, Chris Evans.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Chris.
You beaut.
You beauty. Did you see what he did afterwards as well?
No.
He tweeted, he was like, well, now I've got everyone's attention. Remember to register to vote.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
I like
That's a good way, rolling with the punchline.
Yeah, it's true.
Even though it was no joke.
Yeah, it was no joke. Yeah, that's America's dick right there. I don't know how many people on Twitter probably said that, but
I'd say so many did.
so many people.
But
Anyway,
the first guy thought he was amazing. And he was.
I thought it was America's dick.
You want to get that out as fast as possible.
And then he sees someone else did it, and he's like, fuck!
I've done that so many times where I'm like, oh, I got the best. And I just look at the comments and go, oh, it's been done.
Top comment.
Yeah, it's been done. Okay.
Yeah. Let's move on. How long were we talking about that for? A very long time.
We were 14 minutes.
Okay, cool. We're gonna move on to what are we gonna talk about now?
Will we talk about HBO Max?
Yeah, can I go pee first?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Anyway, HBO Max.
HBO Max, they got my attention.
Yeah.
Like,
fuck, it's Peacemaker.
Peacemaker is getting a television series.
Yeah.
John Cena's character in The Suicide Squad.
Douchey Captain America is getting his own TV series.
Hello.
I never thought I'd hear that.
When I seen this being announced, I was like, oh, but James Gunn surely is not involved at all. And like, wait, he's writing all 8 episodes?
He's directing multiple episodes.
Including the first episode, which you would say the most important episode because it sets the entire tone for the rest of the show.
That is a good sign. A very good sign.
And this is kind of like the Batman TV series.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, bullshit, it's Gotham again. Wait, Matt Reeves is involved?
Yeah, and it's like, it's a different angle. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. HBO or HBO Max, which is it's Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
They're spending some money, and I like it. I like it.
And
now we don't even get it over here now in Ireland.
Know.
We don't get it because who is it? Sky has this huge deal with HBO. Also, what's going to happen?
I know. Also, CW shows are all coming to an end. Supergirl cancelled. They took out the main star Batwoman to have them recast.
Arrow finished,
finished.
He's the godfather of. It was called the Arrowverse. Now what's it called? It's called like the CW verse now.
It's called something else.
They're trying to rebrand it now because Arrow's gone.
Yeah, and then now the Flash is looking like it's on its way out. Legends of Tomorrow. What's happening there? Black Lightning. That was only kind of like.
Now, of course, it's the pandemic as well.
Yeah, of course.
But it's putting everything on hold.
But still, it's kind of like HBO Max is kind of taking over as the place to watch superhero shows in the DC universe.
Well, what's going to be exclusive to it now? Harley Quinn, the animated series.
Which is apparently
season 3.
amazing.
All I hear is good things about that. And then Doom Patrol. Is going to be exclusive to that as well.
Again, all I hear is good things.
Exactly. Yeah. And then Titans, which I have watched, it's okay. It's entertaining, but it's meh.
Nightwing's in it.
Yeah, exactly. Who was dead in the DCEU because it's Zack Snyder.
Yeah, thanks David Ayer for retweeting that. You stupid.
Well, no, he didn't retweet it because it was the wrong spelling. So
yeah, it was the wrong
spelling.
spelling.
It's not the same guy.
Yeah,
it's not the same guy.
Richard Grayson, Greyson. Clearly a misspelling. You would think you would know that, being so heavily involved in the DCU, but no respect for Dick Grayson anywhere.
But here, HBO Max, though, they're putting some effort in.
They really are, and it's getting me excited.
It's getting me excited. Yeah. I wonder if we'll get these as Netflix shows, because a lot of times, like Titans airs on Netflix over here.
Totally.
You know, either way, it's just like HBO or it's Warner Brothers licensing it and making money off it.
Yeah.
For the European audience.
It's like when Breaking Bad used to come on Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. Because AMC had like a deal with the European Netflix or whatever. This is a cool. I just can't believe the news. Like I can't believe the minute I read James Gunn is involved, and then I was like writing all the episodes. He's directing multiple episodes. I was like, what the fuck?
And then if you hear the synopsis, he's like, it's modern day issues through the lens of this superhero / supervillain / world's biggest douchebag. I'm like, that sounds awesome.
That sounds like a James Gunn
TV
show.
It's like the comedy of Super with the darkness of like the Punisher or something like that. Like the action and the darkness of the Punisher.
And the Suicide Squad is supposed to be R-rated.
Yeah.
So Peacemaker, the fact that the poster says "fuck Peacemaker,"
fuck it's Peacemaker. I love that. I love that.
Surely we're getting some hardcore action. Like
I want to see a
t-shirt.
I want a T-shirt that says "fuck it's Peacemaker" and has the
that logo's great.
It is. It's such a cool, like such a terrible comic book design, such a like early 80s 90s character design, and yet for some reason it really works for me. The big helmet and everything.
I'm picking up what they're laying down.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
Also, we know who the breakout star of the new Suicide Squad movie is.
Has to be John Cena then.
Like it has to be,
or at
right?
least a breakout character.
Yeah.
And the fact that we now know that James Gunn and John Cena like working together.
Yeah.
Like that seems like a cool pairing.
It really does.
James Gunn's sticking around with DC.
Which is weird.
That makes me excited that like maybe he does the Suicide Squad 2? Is that what it's going to be called? The Suicide Squad. That's what I want it to be called.
Or would he just bring in an entirely new cast?
Let's do it again.
Wouldn't it be great if the Suicide Squad becomes like Knives Out? Where it's literally just like one character it's literally just Daniel Craig's character from Knives Out solving different mysteries. Like the Suicide Squad is just a random collection of actors getting killed in glorious ways, you know?
Could be cool.
The only connector is Sean Gunn as Weasel. Can you imagine the only character who's in every single one is Weasel? That would be hilarious.
And we'll just have Amanda Wallace, is that her name?
Oh yeah, Amanda Waller. Yeah.
She'll just show up. Viola Davis.
Yeah, and we just forget that David Ayer ever made a Suicide Squad.
Did he even make it?
No, he didn't.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, he didn't get his own cut out of it, so, you know, basically not having your own movie.
This makes me so hyped for Death Suicide Squad, because this makes me think. Like, Death Suicide Squad finished filming months and months ago, before the whole pandemic and all like that. Like, it's been in post-production for like 6 months now. Clearly, Warner Brothers likes what they see.
Yeah.
They got confidence in it.
Yeah.
Because they want James Gunn back to make a TV show. Yeah. So that makes me hyped on the Suicide Squad.
But who doesn't want James Gunn back?
I know. But
Marvel wants James Gunn back.
Yeah, they almost didn't. Disney almost didn't.
Disney almost didn't. They overlooked those unfunny jokes that he made years ago that he'd already apologized for.
He's a busy man, though, when you think about it. So he's like deep in post-production on Death Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Clearly, he's currently writing the Peacemaker TV series.
He's got to have beers with Michael Rooker every Friday, you know?
Of course, that's going to keep you busy as well. And then he's going to make this in early 2021 and then go off and make Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
He is going to be... He's like superhero royalty.
He is. It's weird. He's like... In terms of unique superhero movies, he's the go-to guy of being like, do you want an ensemble cast that everyone's going to love? I'm your guy.
With a unique vision and voice when it comes to comedic beats. And can you remember when he first got announced to be making the Guardians, the first movie?
Everyone's
and
like,
who? Who?
Yeah.
Who's that? And
Who's
then you're like,
guy?
That collection of actors? That doesn't sound right. I remember when it was like Dave Bautista's in it. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. Because all I thought of was wrestler. You know that way? And then like, I'm Chris Pratt. Who's Chris Pratt again? He's the guy from Parks and Rec. Is he the fat guy?
Yeah.
You know that way?
Why
and then like Zoe Saldana. Zoe Saldana's in it? That's
she's
cool.
already played a blue alien.
Yeah, and
she's gonna be a green one now.
She's Uhura as well in Star Trek. You know, so
it's weird.
It was just such a weird collection of actors, and now it's so cool to see James Gunn popping.
Yeah.
Like popping so much.
Especially because Straight to Series officially stood by him during all that thing, you know?
We sure did.
We sure did.
I think basically right now he could do whatever he wants, and I'll stand by him.
I'll stand by him too.
Yeah.
I love James Gunn. He's awesome.
He is really cool.
He's a cool guy. And I like Sean Gunn as well.
And I conversed with him over Twitter.
Yes, you have, yeah.
Flex right there, baby.
Yeah, you apologize for the first flex. That flex I wouldn't apologize for.
Yeah.
You drop it, you leave it there.
Jay Gunny, that's what I've been calling him.
Is it? Yeah.
JG.
Yeah. That's pretty fucking cool. I can't wait for that.
I'm so hyped on that.
Me too.
Super hyped. And you know what? I don't necessarily like John Cena as an actor. Unless he's playing a character like that.
Yeah.
You know, like we've seen him in Blockers. All he does is make fun of himself. I'm like, I'll subscribe to that.
Yeah.
That is great. That's exactly where even in Bumblebee.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a joke.
They're literally called Decepticons. Why are we trusting them? That is my favorite line in any Transformers movie.
And I'm like, him saying that line.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's perfect John Cena to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Me too.
I don't want to see him trying to be like The Rock. You know, when The Rock does like trying to do a dramatic movie, but
like
he's
Black
playing
Adam.
it so safe.
Yeah.
Have you seen Skyscraper?
No, I haven't, but I've heard things about it.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Hyped for it.
Okay.
Peacemaker. Gimme.
And Justice League is having reshoots. Like real life reshoots with actors, and people are reporting certain actors, and the actors are going, I'm not there.
Well, Henry Cavill has officially said he is on the set in London filming The Witcher Season 2 and he's not doing any reshoots. Now, it was reported by The Hollywood Reporter and they're pretty like on point. Like they don't if they're printing a rumor, they'll heavily say it's a rumor, okay? Take this with a pinch of salt. They're saying that it's a week of reshoots.
Yeah.
And it's most of the main cast are supposedly showing up for this. I don't like that loads of websites are giving out about it, saying, "Oh, well, Zack Snyder said," like, and here we ripped the Snyder Cut trailer apart
because it's terrible.
Because I think it looks dog shit. You know the way, even though I'm so intrigued and I want to see it.
Yeah.
Damn, I lost my point there for a second. Yeah, I hate that they're reporting going, "Oh, they're doing a week of reshoots." First of all, a week is nothing.
Yeah.
We're getting a 4-episode miniseries here. Why can you not accept that? It's all just green screen anyway.
A 4-hour-long episode miniseries.
Of course, there's going to be like a bit of reshoots.
Yeah, of course there is.
And it's no big deal. It's 1 week.
Yeah. So you mean to say that the crazy thing that you claimed that Zack Snyder had filmed an entire movie, a perfect movie, and Warner Brothers just never released it? That crazy claim turns out isn't true. Of course it's not fucking true.
And he never said, like, he still said it needed to be finished. Like, and everyone knew it needed to be finished.
Yeah, but everyone was claiming that it was done,
I know.
This is what I mean. Like, this...
like, it's done as in, like, the vague traces of it are done.
Of course.
Like, his cut is done.
Yeah.
But it still needs to be finished.
They need a shot of Ezra Miller looking at someone else, and that's it. That's fucking it.
There's loads of that. There's going to be, it's all, I bet it's all on a stage.
Yeah.
It's all green screen.
Yeah.
And they just need a few things like that. I'm sure,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Henry Cavill does end up doing some stuff. Like, he even himself, in the interview where he's denied doing reshoots, he even says, well, I don't know, though. Like, things could progress and things could change.
Yeah. I wonder, does he have to do reshoots?
Reshoots?
Is he obliged contractually to do them? I mean, we were saying people seem to like Zack Snyder who work with him, so...
And he does.
Yeah.
All the actors seem to support him.
Yeah.
And we even said, we're like, it's a pity that we don't really like his movies that much because he obviously seems to be a great guy to work with.
I don't like his vision of the DC EU.
I'm not a full supporter of it either, but one thing that I do like is just seeing how the actors react around him and how they support him.
I thought
and
you were
Ray
gonna say-
Fisher especially.
Yeah.
It's like it seemed like they collaborated on Cyborg as a character.
Yeah.
And obviously it really hurt him when Joss Whedon came in and said,
it's-
cut on all this cool stuff.
It seemed like he came
cool
in...
stuff, quotation marks again, because I don't know if it's cool yet.
Yeah, but he came in and he was like, I'm going to make the character that people are least excited to see in this, Cyborg, the coolest character in the movie. And Ray Fisher was like, oh, I'm super down with that. That sounds great.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, that didn't work out. I thought when you say the one thing I like about Zack Snyder is that Nightwing's dead in the universe, I genuinely thought you were going to turn around and say that.
Better. That's a better joke.
It is a better joke, I know. I was sitting here waiting for it. Yeah.
Damn.
I was going to reach across the table and punch you in the face.
Whoa, relax there, bro.
Not really. I'm just amped up on David Ayer.
Yeah.
You should have seen... if I could show you all the messages I sent Ian ranting,
like, just
and
paragraphs.
raving.
There's chapters to his messages.
There is. It's got a blurb and like it's got like quotations.
There's a glossary.
Yeah. At the end, it has like references to famous articles and court cases and everything.
You got so angry.
Oh, I hate him.
But hey, reshoots are happening, and it's a good sign. I'm glad to hear that there's reshoots happening. So they're adjusting things that, like, obviously they're deep in post production, and it's supposed to be happening in October.
Yeah,
that's happening really soon. I would have thought.
Ben Affleck needed more time to get in shape.
Well, he's been fucking his brains out lately.
That's true. Yeah,
because Ana de Armas is getting it all day and all night.
All day,
poor
all
lady.
night.
She's walking like she's been riding a horse for a week.
She's fine. She can handle it.
Can she?
Yeah, I look at her and I think she can handle it.
She's a beautiful lady.
And very talented. She's so good in Knives Out. So good. And Blade Runner 2049.
I'm pretty sure I fell in love with her every time I watched Blade Runner as well.
Yeah. Greatest threesome ever put on screen.
But she's so beautiful and lovely and innocent in Knives Out. There's something so endearing about her.
She wears nothing revealing in that movie.
She's so downplayed, and I'm like, she's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. You know, like, and she's just in jeans and in sneakers.
She's literally in a sweater that goes right up to her neck the whole time, and I'm like,
oh
you're so attractive.
You see how she just like turned and sat down there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Ben. Don't kill me.
Yeah, sorry, Ben. Your girlfriend's very... I really like your girlfriend.
Can we hang out just as
Can me and your
friends?
girlfriend hang out sometime? Yeah. So, like, how's your relationship going with her? Like, are things
As
okay?
you're holding her handbag.
Yeah, like, how's it going?
I feel like I'm the guy who holds her handbag while Ben just nails her to the wall.
You know, I'm the guy who...
Are you good there?
I'm
you
like...
guys need water?
I'm the guy who's like...
Do you want me to wear heels to keep them warm for you? And I'm walking around her handbag.
She doesn't even have to wear heels. That's the thing.
I know.
She's like... I'm the guy who's
I
like...
just like the picture of me with her handbag and her heels. And I'm like, I'm a part of this.
I'm involved. I'm the guy who...
You do a great job, Ben.
Who they have an argument, and then
Give me a beer.
He shows up to her house, and I'm like... Anna doesn't want to speak to you right now. And Ben hits me in the face and walks by me. You know, that's exactly it. Yeah.
And you just fall like a house of cards.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. My nose is broken in several places. I'm like, could someone take me to the hospital? And all you
Batman
hear is,
just hit me.
And all you hear is this in the next room. And you're like, I'll drive myself. It's okay.
That I would actually call the hospital and be like, Batman just fucking broke my
punched me in the
nose.
face. Yeah, Batman broke my nose, and then he branded me. Look, why does he still carry that in his wallet?
I don't know.
In case reshoots.
Will we talk about some of the trailers before we finish up?
Yes, let's talk about some of the trailers before we finish up. Freaky trailer.
A Blumhouse special there.
From the director of Happy Death Day.
And if you watch the trailer, you're like, oh, yeah clearly
that's
from the
Happy
director
Death
of
Day
Happy
all
Death
over.
Day.
It's Vince Vaughn, and the girl from Blockers.
Or The Society.
The Society, yes, as well.
This show, that Netflix show that was renewed, and then the virus that shall not be named hit, and then Netflix was like, you know what, that show didn't do that well.
Yeah.
We're going to unrenew it because we don't think that people will wait 2 years to see the second season.
But you know what they will go see? Freaky.
I like the look of it.
Me too.
Do you know what? I love Blumhouse. I actually love what they do. I know they make loads of trashy movies, but I just love the idea of, like, here's a sprinkle of budget.
Yeah.
Here's a 5 million budget. Here's a 9 million budget. And then they make films like The Invisible Man.
Yeah, and it's amazing.
Know? Happy Death Day. The first one, I thought the second one kind of lost me. I was just like,
me
whatever.
Too.
It's done.
Yeah.
But the first movie, I was like, this is fun.
Yeah.
Not going to change my life, but it's fun. Freaky looks like the exact same recipe.
Exactly.
It's like, here's a twist on like a...
It's a tried and true film concept. The first one, time loop,
Freaky.
repeating the exact same day, freaky body swap. You know,
Freaky
classic film trope. We're gonna make it horror, and it's gonna be fun. Vince Vaughn is in it, looking so old, and yet might be a return to comedic form for him.
It looks like it, and also he does what Jack Black does in Jumanji.
Yeah,
and it looks like he's doing it perfectly.
He is,
where he's playing a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And I love Jack Black in that.
Me too.
He's the best one, I think.
He is, 100%.
Until you see Kevin Hart
as Danny Glover.
And then you see The Rock doing a weird, funny voice.
Yeah, he
as Danny DeVito, and you're like,
yeah, you can't really do that, Rock, can you? You
go back to the wrestling.
Yeah, you don't have the range for that. Kevin Hart's doing a perfect Danny Glover over here.
So good, it's so good.
What the hell is going on?
And he's real slow as well.
Yeah,
he speaks.
His eyes are almost droopier character as well. It's just that everything about him. He's like, what the hell?
And Jack Black's like, you guys, like he's so
I'm
good.
back in this body. I can't believe it. Yeah.
Well, it looks like Vince Vaughn is doing equally as good work.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Like, it looks like he's doing some seriously good work.
It also just looks like a fun movie. Like, it looks like the cast are all having fun.
Yeah, and I love Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, me too.
And he hasn't given me a reason to keep loving him for a while. Like,
Yeah.
he makes a lot of bad movies.
He does.
Or, do you know what? He makes a lot of movies that just don't seem to get released. Like,
Yeah.
or, like, you know, they come out, but it's just like one of those swept under the rug. Or it's just under the it's snuck under the door.
And it's like,
you know, no one really takes notice.
He's in good shit as well. Like, he's in True Detective season 2.
Yeah, I know.
And you know, it's like he just I just want to see more Vince Vaughn because I like him.
I like him too.
Yeah.
Actually, I love that actor. Like Wedding Crashers.
Oh, that's my shit.
I know so long ago.
I know.
So long ago. Him in the first
Anchorman, West Mantooth.
He's just so good.
I hate you, Ron Burgundy.
Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch, I've never seen.
Oh, he's the bad guy in it.
Is
He's
he?
great.
Okay.
He's great. So yeah, I'm super hyped for this.
Me too.
Blumhouse though, I love what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I know they make like The Purge.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolute trash at this point. But at the same time, I kind of just respect it.
Yeah.
I respect that trash.
Right. I think that's actually, we've spoken about all the other trailers we were going to earlier.
Did we?
Yeah, because WandaVision was the other one, and then.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's kind of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hunk and Skunk, baby.
Oh, Hunk and Skunk.
Can we give? Oh wait, I don't know.
You do know.
What?
You do know. Go with your instinct. Whatever you're gonna say there for Hunk.
I want to give John Cena.
John Cena gets Hunk as
For
Peacemaker.
Douchebag
Douchebag of the year. And you'll get Hunk again if the show is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for fuck's sake, lose some weight and work out.
Yeah. Jesus, John, you look terrible.
What a man. What a man.
That man is the living embodiment
Sculpture.
of steroids.
No, he's dripping off them.
Dripping in it.
I never knew I could smell steroids.
Oh, it's in the back of my throat. Why does it smell like testicles?
If he pissed in my car, I could drive. You know that way?
definitely could.
Oh,
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it'd be like
Nos. Yeah, exactly. And then Skunk, who are we going to give it to?
Ooh, I don't know.
Let's give it to...
The year of 2020.
Yeah,
No.
let's give it to us for not being able to do the Kaufman Chronicles like we promised.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
We get Skunk.
We get Skunk. You see?
Empty promises.
Empty promises on straight
Just like
to
me
series.
in every relationship.
Yeah, just like Better Than Batman.
Yeah. Hey, that promise is ongoing.
Yeah. I mean, not 8 weeks, but, you know, it's in progress, you know? But
Tinder says maybe.
yeah. That's good. My dating life. Maybe. Yeah.
I'll take maybe.
No.
I'll take. You know what?
No
maybe
to
it's not a no.
Exactly. Yeah. But most of the time it is
It
no.
is a no. It's just a nice no. Maybe is usually a nicer no.
Exactly. And on that note, thank you very much for listening to Straight to Series.
And please like and subscribe.
Yes.
If you've enjoyed the episode.
Check us out on everything because we're on everything.
We're on everything. You can catch us on SoundCloud, Spotify, with our fellow podcaster Joe Rogan.
Yes,
hitting him up all the time.
He is, and we're not going to get cancelled on Spotify, unlike Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Well,
we're problematic.
If we got
but
big
for
enough,
other reasons.
if we got big enough, we'd be cancelled straight away.
100%. Yeah, they'd be like, "What do you want to do to her
cum?
sweat?"
What was that cum analogy?
What was that
again?
analogy?
Are you drinking a pint of her sweat? Is that what you said about Anna de Armas? I'm like, yes. That's exactly what I said.
Word for word.
Yes, that's exactly.
Anyway, thank you very much. We will be more regular and see you guys next time. Stay safe and have a good time.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, San Diego.
I'm Ron Burgundy.